These UGC videos you're seeing right now were created using AI. I used basic tools and didn't pay for any overpriced software. Today, I'm gonna show you how to take any product or service that you sell and create high quality UGC videos that look real and stay consistent. First, I'm gonna show you how to make shots where an influencer is showing off a product, and then I'll show you how to make super realistic B-roll of your influencer in different environments. First, go ahead and find your product image. If you don't already have a product image or a product, I can show you how to make a sample real quick. I found this liquid IV electrolyte drink mix, and I want to go ahead and make a drink mix that helps with inflammation, basically helps with acne and bloating. So I found this image to use as a base image for our product. I'm going to go ahead and copy it, bring it over to Gemini, paste it in, then I'm going to click create image. Then I'm going to make sure the model is set to pro. And then we're going to type in a prompt to change this image. So I said edit this electrolyte packet so it has a whole new design along with new text. The text should say inflame erase, make the product clean, aesthetic, and make the product image have a white background. So I'm just calling my product inflame erase. You can call yours whatever you'd like. Now I'm going to hit submit. Perfect. It generated this awesome product image. If your image comes out pretty bad, you can try a few generations to see if it makes it better. Anyways, I'm going to click the download full size in the top right, and then we can use this image. For this ad, we're going to do a really realistic UGC story time type ad where we'll have like a girl admitting to how our product helps solve her problems. And this ad style is inspired by Franky Shaw. I'll leave a link to his products in the description. And for this, we need a banger script, but luckily for you, I created this free storytime ad script writer. You can access it by just clicking the link in the description down below. First, we need to tell this GPT our product and the pain points the product solves. I said product is drink mix that helps with inflammation. Pain points it solves is lowers inflammation, gets rid of acne, stops bloating. Now I'm going to go ahead and send this. We have a few script variations. I like variation 1. It says, I literally thought my body was just mad at me, like bloated, breaking out, everything sore. I started putting this drink mix in my water without thinking about it, and a week later my jeans fit again and my skin calmed down. That was not expected. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this script and save it to a new Google document for later. Then I'm going to use my GPT that creates really good prompts for realistic ads generated with Sora 2. You can access this using the same link in the description. I'm going to copy my script, paste it into this GPT. Now say, okay, now I have a new script and situation that I want you to turn into one of these videos. Then say your setting. So I'm going to say the setting should be a 19-year-old girl in her college dorm room. Here is the script. Now I paste it in my script. I'm just going to say make it a Caucasian girl. Now let's click send. Now it generated me a Sora 2 prompt. You can read through it, make some changes if you'd like. And when you're putting in a Sora 2 prompt into the Sora website, it's going to look pretty unrealistic. That's because we actually have to access the Sora 2 Pro API to make it look really realistic. But that costs money and we don't want to waste money. So first we can generate a more unrealistic version to see if the prompt is actually working. So let's go ahead and copy the prompt. I'm going to go to sora.chatgpt.com. Now where it says describe your video on the bottom, I'm going to paste in the prompt. And in the settings section, I'm going to make sure the orientation is at the portrait. The duration, I'll keep that at 10 seconds. Then I'm going to click send. I'm going to paste in the prompt again and send it again just so we can have another variation to work with. We have a couple generations. Let's check them out.
Okay, I literally thought my body was just mad at me. Like bloated, breaking out, everything sore. I started putting this drink mix in my water without even thinking about it. And then like a week later, my jeans fit again and my skin.
That's solid. The text cuts out at the end, but we can always go ahead and use a voice changer to add more of her voiceover to the end of the video. Let's check out the other one. But you can see how the video doesn't look 100% realistic. It looks kind of AI. That's because we're not using the pro version of Sora. I'll show you how to access the pro version of Sora. I'm going to go over to kai.api, KIE.ai. Then I'm going to hit explore AI API. Then where it says video generation, go to text to video, and I'm going to scroll down and click Sora 2 Pro. Now make sure you do have some credits on this website to work with. Make sure your model type is set to Sora 2 Pro text to video. And then where it says input prompt, we're going to go back to the GPT, copy our Sora 2 prompt again, then we're going to paste it in. Now for aspect ratio, let's switch it to portrait since we want it to look like it's taken on a portrait iPhone. And then for frames, we're going to make it 15 seconds. For size, I'm going to make it high. Then we're going to go ahead and remove this nasty watermark. So where it says remove watermark, keep it on. Then we'll keep the upload method on S3. Now we're going to click run. So let's go ahead and check out the video it generated.
Okay, I literally thought my body was just mad at me, like bloated, breaking out, everything sore. I started putting this drink mix in my water without even thinking about it. And then like a week later, my jeans fit again and my skin calmed down. That was not expected.
This is perfect. Once we add the B-roll and other pictures that are going to overlay the video, it's going to look even more engaging. So go ahead and click the download button in the bottom right. So now go ahead, open up any editing software of your choice. I'm going to use Adobe Premiere Pro, but you can always go with something free. Now I'm going to go ahead and drag in our Sora 2 Pro video. Now it looks very real. When I look at it in the top right, I would not think this is AI at all. Look how clear it looks. First, for my ad, I'm going to start with some images to display on the screen showing her pain points. So here she talks about being bloated and breaking out. Listen.
Bloated, breaking out, everything sore.
I'm going to go ahead and create pictures that show her being bloated and breaking out, etc. So now go ahead and open up your video. I'm just going to go ahead and open it up in the Photos app. I'm going to go to a frame where she's looking at the camera, and then I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot. So I'm going to go ahead and screenshot her face. Perfect, that's copied. So now I'm going to go back over to Gemini, paste in the image of our influencer, and make sure we select create image and make sure our model is set to pro. Then I'm going to go over to the prompting document that I made. Again, it will be completely free in the description down below. And I'm going to copy this prompt for the turning Sora model into realistic images with Nano Banana. I'm going to paste it into Gemini, make sure we have create image selected, and then I'm going to click submit. Perfect. It gave us a solid image just to check if it works. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to new chat. And again, I'm going to grab a screenshot of my model. I'm going to copy it. Then I'm going to paste it in. And I'm going to click create image again, pro. And I'm going to give it this same prompt, but I'm going to add something at the end. So I'm going to paste it in. And then I'm going to say, she has acne and inflammation on her face. I'll add she has lots of acne and inflammation on her face. Perfect. So I'll go ahead and set this. Now we should get an image of her with inflammation and acne. This photo is perfect. It does not look AI at all. So we have this photo showing her with acne. Let's go ahead and download it. After acne, she talks about also having bloating. So let's get a picture of her showing her bloated, looking a bit sad. So now I'm going to go ahead again, copy her face, and then I'm going to paste it into Nano Banana. I'm going to go back over to my prompting document, and I'm going to scroll down to where it says get image of model taking tripod style shot, since we want a full body shot to show her bloated. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this whole prompt here. Perfect. I'm going to paste it into Gemini. And then where it says optional things to add, I'm going to copy these as well. Where it says she is holding her large stomach since she's bloated, she looks disappointed. But you could go ahead and change this to whatever you want. If you want to make her be looking happy, you could change this disappointed to happy. Anyways, I'm going to send it. Perfect. It gave us this image of her looking bloated and disappointed. This looks super realistic, her in like her college dorm room. So I'm going to go ahead and hit download full size as well. Before we add the videos to our video ad, I do want to remove the watermarks on them first. I'm going to drag them into Photoshop, but you could use Canva or another basic photo editing software. There's many ways to do this, but I'm just going to go with the lasso tool in Photoshop, drag around the watermark. Remember, this is for educational purposes only. I'm not responsible for what you do with these images once you remove the watermark or in general. So now I'm just going to hit the remove button. The watermark is gone flawlessly on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and export it. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the other image I have with this one. This watermark removed flawlessly as well. Now I'm going to go to File, Export. I'll save this one again. Now we can go back to our editing software and drag in our new two images. So I'm going to go ahead and drag them in. You don't need to remove the watermarks, but if you choose to do, remember this video is only for educational purposes only, so I'm not responsible for what you do with any of these images or videos. Now that I dragged in the pictures, I just sized them up a bit to fit the screen better. Let's check it out.
Okay, I literally thought my body was just mad at me, like bloated, breaking out, everything sore. I started putting this drink mix.
Now let's see what she says next.
I started putting this drink mix in my water without even thinking about it.
She talks about putting some drink mix in her water. So now we're going to actually have her holding our product, which is the drink mix. So then we're going to go back to our influencer video and screenshot her again to use her as a base image. I'm going to drag it into Gemini. Then we can get creative with what we want to do next. But I'm going to go ahead and go back to my prompting document and get a picture of her face first. So I'm going to highlight this and copy it, the turning Sora model into realistic image. I'm going to paste it into Gemini. Then I'm also going to grab my own product image, the inflame erase I generated earlier. Then I'm going to drag the into Nano Banana. At the bottom of the prompt, I'm going to add she is in her kitchen and she's pouring the inflame erase drink mix into her cup of water. Now I'm going to click create image, change the model to pro again, and hit submit. It generated this image. It's great. Now, if your image isn't looking good, you can go ahead and try regenerating it a few times until it gives you something solid. But now I'm going to go ahead and hit download full size. Now, I want to turn this photo into a video. I want to have a video of her pouring this drink mix into the water. So I'm going to go over to Higgsfield. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. But I'm going to go to video, then I'll select Kling 2.6. Now, where it says upload image on the left, I'm going to upload in our image of her pouring in the mix to her water. And for the prompt, I'll say, woman is pouring her inflame erase drink mix into her water. Now, if you want the video to look more high quality, you can always go with Kling 3.0. It's new, but to save money and time, I'm just going to use Kling 2.6. I'm going to keep the duration at 5 seconds. Then I'm going to click generate. And of course, for Higgsfield or Kai AI, you're going to need to use credits, which cost money. But this can be so much cheaper compared to if you're buying expensive subscriptions for UGC ad software. All right, let's check out our generation. Perfect. I like that second half of the video here. I'll definitely use that. So I'm going to hit the download button. Now that I downloaded it, I'm going to go back into my editing software and drag it in. And I'm going to start the video from when she's pouring it in the second half. And I'm going to get rid of the black bars on the left side of the clip. So I'm going to go ahead and add a crop filter to the clip. Then I'm going to crop on the left a bit and on the right.
I started putting this drink mix in my water. Without even thinking about it.
Perfect. Looks clean. So there's a long pause between when she says week later. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that pause. Like this.
Like a week later, my jeans.
I'm going to remove the pause even more. I'm going to play it again.
And then like a week later, my jeans fit again.
So now we should get an animated video of her showing off her jeans and how she fits in them. And then I'm going to go to the prompting document and grab the prompt for get image of model taking tripod style shot. I'm going to copy it and bring it into Gemini. We're not going to select create image. What we're gonna do is go to the top of the prompt. I'm going to say I have a prompt that will give me a super realistic tripod style shot of my character. It is super realistic / UGC and it looks like it was taken on an iPhone. Edit the prompt so in the final image the girl will be wearing blue jeans and a nice shirt. She should be dressing business casual. I'm going to hit submit. Now it's going to spit out this prompt here. I'm going to copy it, go into a new Gemini chat, paste it in. Now we're going to go ahead and copy our influencer's face again. Drag it back in. I'll hit create image and then go to pro. Let's see if it pulls off a good picture. Perfect. It gave me this image here. I'm going to say make her smiling and looking happy. I'll hit submit. And remember, if your images aren't coming out good, you can go ahead and try regenerating them a few times to see if it helps. Perfect. Now she looks like she's smiling. So I'm going to go ahead and download this one. I'm going to go back over to Higgsfield Kling and I'll upload my image. For the prompt, I'm going to say happy 20-year-old girl is showing off her jeans. She has natural body movements and twirls around so you can see a lot of the jeans. Let's check out the video it generated. Oh, this is perfect. She's twirling around showing off her jeans. I'm going to go ahead and hit the download button. Now I'm going to go to my editing software and drag in that clip. Again, I'm going to crop the sides because there's those black bars. So I'm going to add the crop effect and crop out the black bars. All right, let's check out the video now.
Then like a week later, my jeans fit again and my skin calmed down.
Awesome. So this is perfect. When she says my skin calmed down, let's add a picture of her with clear skin. No, this is going to be really simple. We'll just go to Gemini, grab a picture of her face again. Then I'll paste it in. And then when we go to my prompting document, we can just take this turning Sora model into realistic images, prompt again. We can just copy it. We don't have to add anything else because it's going to generate her with nice skin. So I'll hit create image, make sure it's on pro again and hit submit. It generated us a solid picture of her with clear skin. I'm going to click download full size. So I'm going to go back to my timeline and now drag in the picture of her looking at the camera without acne. I'm going to drag it to the part where she says my skin calmed down. Let's watch it back.
Later, my jeans fit again and my skin calmed down.
It looks great. Now, one thing I noticed is this clip right here could definitely look more real. So there's a couple ways to fix that. First of all, we could go to Gemini and regenerate new pictures of her that look more like her. And then of course, try to make the background look more real. Or we can use this other secret method that makes very high quality B-roll, but you need to be careful with copyright reasons for this one because it's using copyrighted content. So it's best to use your own clips. We're going to go to Pinterest or TikTok and find a non-watermarked video of a girl wearing jeans like this. I went ahead and found one. So I found this video of a girl wearing jeans kind of showing off her outfit. Now what we can do is basically replace this girl here with our influencer. But like I said, for copyright reasons, you have to be very careful that you actually have the rights to use these videos. Since I just snagged this directly off Pinterest, I probably couldn't use it in an ad yet. So make sure you research into what changes you'd have to make for it to be fully unique and original for you to use in your ad. So make sure you do your due diligence and research into looking into copyright laws for ads, and make sure you change up the video enough for you to be able to use it legally. Anyways, in our Pinterest video, we want to screenshot the full first frame. And in this Windows Media Player software, I can't screenshot the top and bottom. See, there's black bars. So I'm going to go to my clip, right click it. I'm going to click open with the Photos app. Now, if you're on Mac, you can just open it up with QuickTime Player. That should work fine. But on Windows, I'm going to use this photo app. I'm going to go to the first frame. I'm going to click. So now we can see the full image. And now I'm going to open up my snipping tool to take a screenshot. I'm going to screenshot the whole image as best as I can. I'll save it as first frame for YT video. And we're going to go back to our original Sora influencer video. And I'm going to take a screenshot where she's looking at the camera once again. I'm going to screenshot it. I'm going to put it into Gemini. And then I'm going to go back over to my prompting document. I'm going to scroll down to where it says, or if you want to put your AI influencer face onto a Pinterest influencer, first get a portrait of your influencer's face. And I'm going to copy this prompt here where it says generate a realistic portrait of this girl with a white background. So I'm going to copy it, bring it into Gemini, hit create, and submit. Perfect. It generated me a realistic portrait of this girl. I'm going to click download full size. Now that we have our portrait on our computer, we're going to go back over to Gemini again. We're going to drop in our portrait picture, and then we're going to drop in that picture of our first frame, this one here. Then I'm going to go back over to my prompting doc and grab this prompt, which says match your influencer to the position of the sample videos model. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to Gemini, paste it in. I'm going to click create image and then Pro. Perfect. So I'll output this image. It looks great. See, we took this image of this influencer and replaced it with our model. And now we have this final picture. If you want to try to get a better hairstyle, etc., you can keep reprompting it to try to get a better generation. I just did a new generation and now our hair looks straighter. I'll go with this one. So I'm going to click download full size. I'm going to go back over to Higgsfield and then go to the video section. Then I'm going to go to Kling motion control. I'm going to click that. Now on the left where it says add motion to copy, we're going to upload our source video. So this is the source video we're going to upload. So we're going to take that file and drag it in. Now for add your character, we're going to go ahead and add the new image we just downloaded. So in this case, it's going to be this one right here. Now for model, I'm going to have it set to Kling motion control, quality 1080p. And then for scene control mode, I'm going to have it off. I'm going to open up advanced settings. And for the prompt, I'm going to write motion is controlled by reference video. Keep exact motion details. Now I'm going to click generate. Remember, for your source video, get a video you have 100% of the rights to use so you can actually go ahead and use it in your ad safely. Let's check out our first generation. All right, she's wearing the black pants. She's not wearing the jeans. So we can do a super simple fix. So in our editing software, you can see the video starts here. You can barely see her jeans. So let's crop out the first part of the video and have the video start when like most of her jeans are already in the frame. So we're going to go ahead and re-render the sample video and she'll be wearing jeans. And then once it's re-rendered, make the first frame wearing jeans and then go ahead and put it back in Nano Banana and get a new image of your model. So now the new image of the model has her wearing the jeans. As you can see in the last image of our model, she wasn't wearing the jeans. So the AI didn't know to add jeans. But now in our new image, she's wearing the jeans. So we can go ahead and generate a new video. Let's check it out. Oh, it's looking perfect now. Look how much more realistic this looks compared to our video that's right here. See, this one looks way more AI. So I'm going to remove this video and then I'm going to go back to Higgsfield and hit the download button. Now the new video we made has music, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove the music from the video and we'll take a solid part of the video like this. You could always make it smaller if we want. Now let's check out the video.
Thinking about it, and then like a week later, my jeans fit again and my skin calmed down. That was not expected.
Perfect. That looks so much more realistic. Of course, to give it more of that UGC look, we can go ahead and add in captions. Now I just did some auto add captions in the editing software. Let's check it out.
Okay, I literally thought my body was just mad at me.
All right, this is looking clean so far. I like to go ahead and take out the punctuation of the captions. See, I'm going to go ahead and take out the punctuation and I'm going to take out any typos as well. Okay, now that I added the captions, it looks great.
Okay, I literally thought my body was just mad at me, like bloated, breaking out, everything sore. I started putting this drink mix in my water without even thinking about it. And then like a week later, my jeans fit again and my skin calmed down. That was not expected.
We created an ad that shows how the product solves a problem. It's not a very salesy ad. It's not a girl saying, click the link in the description to buy this. It looks like a very realistic story time. I created another video going in depth about how to make $100,000 quality ads using just Google VO. Click the video on the screen to watch.